with green screens, why do you sometimes use webcam borders? It doesn't make any sense. Like seriously, why are you buying a green screen and then putting yourself in a box with then just the game behind you? It really bothers me so much. There's one use case, however, that I really do think it works really well, and that's when you have your head kind of sticking out the top of it a little bit, just giving it some sort of interesting and unique look, whereas that you have a green screen but you want to have something maybe fake behind you, something abstract, maybe a fake room, you want to have some fake clout, pretend that you have this much money with this amount of stuff behind you, or you just want the fucking universe, who cares? That's the use case that I do agree with it on, because it's unique and it's different, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Let's go. Now I'm going to be doing this inside of Affinity Designer, but if you would rather use Paint or Photoshop or whatever you want to use, it doesn't honestly matter. And then from here, there's a few things you're going to want to think about. What aspect ratio and everything like that. I'm just going to go for a 1x1, or basically a square. Now that we have our square, I'm going to take out everything inside it with this button, and we're going to add a stroke. Inside of Affinity Designer, I can just add a stroke like this. In your software, it might be different. However, just make a box that's invisible in the middle, okay? We're not getting too complicated right now. From here now though, however, there's one very important thing. I would recommend duplicating it and using some sort of crop, and then crop up to where this ends. Use my vector crop, and I'm gonna crop up to that ruler. With the same cropping tool then, you do just want to come into the main one then and just cut the head off of that. Then you just want to export that, make sure it's PNG, place my file that we've done earlier. Then I'm gonna hide that, show that, save it again, make sure it's PNG. And I'm just gonna call this top bar. Now that we're inside of OBS, head over to your camera scene, and this is where we're gonna make all the magic happen. You wanna add those images into your OBS. I've already done it here, the main one being called main and the top one being called top. It makes a lot of sense. And as you can see, it goes main, camera, top. So you wanna make sure you do the same, and then when you add them in, you can move them around however way you'd like. And now we have basically something like this. So what I can do now is just start cropping in the camera. And now we are missing one important piece of the puzzle, which is the green screen. And I couldn't get the lighting set up all too great here today because I don't have my studio light set up. So I'm just using a virtual green screen here, as you can see. And this is basically the effect that I'm talking about. So having your head sticking up like this over your webcam. I just think it just makes it look a whole lot more unique, don't you agree? And there's some really cool things that you can do here as well. You can go onto a website like Pexels and just grab whatever you want. So let's say we're gonna go for a video and we want it looping. Might be able to get something nice and abstract here. Here we go, something like this, and it's free to use. Let's just download this, drag it over into OBS, make it fit whatever way you want it to, put it just behind everything, and then holding our Alt key, we can just crop in and get it exactly where we want to. So even if we have to just disappear for a minute, the video is not looping. Don't forget to go in here and click loop. And now if you ever have to disappear, your camera's not looking at nothing. There can be some oddities using something like this. Sometimes you might just kind of weirdly clip, because now obviously it's clipping like this. You could set up a type of mask with your webcam. It might be better, but if you just sit here and just play games anyway, it's gonna be completely fine. Looping over to another video that I also made, you could even have different things show up as the background behind you here. Basically what it allows you to do is just to have any image randomly show up using a streamer bot channel point reward that we've created. If you want to check out that video, the link is going to be up there somewhere. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.